want to start a new chapter in my life. I know you're the perfect realtor to help guide me to find my next dream home. I am looking for a modern kitchen, large backyard with a pool and a golf course community.
My name is Chakits Krulsawat with Simply Vegas, a licensed real estate agent out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I help buyers like this all the time, so if you're looking for a licensed professional, give us a call at 702-319-1092 or visit lvhomeexperts.com. Buying a home starts here. Is your credit score holding you back from purchasing a home? GC Credit Coaches is a repair company that's made easy. Their goal is to challenge and remove all negative errors that hurt your credit score. On average, GC clients see about 10.2 negative items removed over 4 months. Start improving your credit score today with a simple 2-minute online enrollment for a free consultation and a complete credit audit. GC Credit Coaches offers competitive monthly pricing, no contracts, no hidden fees, and the service stops once you are satisfied. GC Credit Coaches removes inquiries, collections, charge-off bankruptcies, and repossessions. Don't forget to visit gccreditcoaches.com.
All right, guys, and welcome to the LV Home Experts Podcast. This is where we talk about real estate financing and what's going on with the Las Vegas housing market. So today, it's not going to be a very long video. I just want to go over the stats and what's going on with the housing market. There's a lot going on. It's kind of weird, but this is where you're going to get all your information every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Chakits. I am a licensed real estate agent out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. So I want to give a quick shout out to my niece, Destiny McCamery. She actually just sent me a text. She was like, give me a shout out. All right, giving you a shout out. Much love. And be ready, because as soon as I'm done with this, I'm picking you up. We're going bowling. So, but there's a lot to talk about today. I'm going to go over the numbers of what's selling, what's not selling. We're talking about today's stats. And also, I just got the reports for January as well. And we're going to break it all down so that way you guys know exactly what's going on. But however, the market, oh man, let me tell you. Last week, I just had like tons of buyers just like canceled on me. I don't know what's going on. I think it had to do with the rain because I was getting a lot of those comments like the weather out here. I tell you, I guess California had a pretty big storm too as well. And that kind of overflow over here to Las Vegas. I mean, I kind of like that kind of weather, but man, it is kind of like a cold, like a chilly cold today. But anyway, I'm sure you guys are going to get ready for the football game or the Super Bowl. And I can't wait till the numbers come out with the Super Bowl. They were saying that the Super Bowl is going to generate so much revenue. It's going to be more than New Year's. So I can't wait for those numbers to come out. Also, today we're going to talk about how many people actually came out here to Las Vegas last year. And why does that play a big part in home sales, right? Because a lot of our buyers right now, it's all pretty much out-of-state buyers. They're all repositioning, and I looked at the DMV records too as well. It looks like there's about 2.7 million registered drivers out here in Las Vegas, which is kind of crazy to me. Like, this city has grown pretty dramatically. But let me move this off to the side here. Give me just a second. We're going to go over the numbers together. I want to pull up some data here that I have. And this is, like I said, this is for January. And we're going to go over this together. So this is for the month of January. And we're going to talk about single-family residents. So single-family residents, okay, looks like for January, total units sold 1,479 units. But this is actually up as you can see, 11.6%. The median price point for a home in January was $445,000. But that's not today. We will get into that in just a minute. New listings, 2,434, down 1.8%. That's not that much. Okay. Oh, moving too fast here. As far as month supply, as you can see, we are at 2.4 months supply. And what this means to you is that if nobody, right, decides to sell their home, they don't put their property on the market, within 2.4 months, supply is gone. So the supply is low, but the demand is there. But I want you to remember this number right here, okay? $445,000 for a median price point for a home. Wait till you see what it is today, okay? We're not even mid-February already. This number actually has gone up. Condos, 476, up 19.6%, okay? Median price is $275,000, up 7.8%. I mean, things are moving along. Again, supply chain, 2.4%. Here, this is kind of fascinating right here. So if we take a look at for single family residents, okay, units sold 1,479. The median price was at $445,000. As you can see from December, minus 1.1%, okay? Units sold, 2.6%. So what this means to you is that the inventory is just very low. But not only that, around December, January, things are going to be a little bit slower because people are starting to come out of that groove of that holiday season. You're going to see that in February, okay? But now things are starting to pick up again, right? As things, as the weather starts to get a little bit warmer, right after February, you're going to see there's going to be a lot of people in the marketplace because the supply chain is so low. It's going to be very competitive. I'm starting to see that already. But as you can see from the growth from January of 2023, it is up 11.6%. So just because this number looks like it's down, this is based upon the December month. But if we go all the way back from January 23rd to January 23 to January 24, right? As you can see, it has gone up. And look at the percentage wise, okay? 445,000, okay? Gone up. 4.7% for the year. Single family residents. Now, this is not the all-time high. Our all-time high was at 485,000, okay? Now, let's take a look at the new listings here. So, new listings was at 2,434, okay? Up 62%, okay? But if we go from year to year, down 1.8%. There's not that much of a supply chain whatsoever. But here's the fascinating thing. Days on the market is broken down by percentage. So let's take a look at the percentage-wise. So for single-family residents at that $445,000, okay, this is fascinating. Homes that got listed on the market from 0 days to 30 days, okay, 52% of market share. That's how fast these are going. So think about this. You have 100 homes on the market for sale, 52 of those homes within 30 days sold. Within 60 days, 22%. And then within 90 days, right, is 12%. So what does this tell you? It says that majority of the homeowners, 52% of them are pricing their home correctly. And that's how fast it's moving. Okay. Not only that, you have a low inventory of homes, right? People want to get a house, right? So now they bid up the price or they're trying to scoop up a house because they want to move here because of the cost of living. Okay. Now, when you start to see like the 90 days, it's the 12% tier, okay? That's a pretty good market share. But what this means is that the seller had probably overpriced their home about 30, 60, 90 days before they got their offer accepted, okay? The market had caught up to the price and the home finally sold. Why? Because we have low inventory, high demand, and you keep pushing up the price until the market catches up to that seller's asking price. And that's the reason why we have that 12%. So if you are considering selling your home today, okay, can you price it a little bit higher? Yes, you could. But then you have to play the game and you're going to have to wait. The downfall with that is buyers may say, why is your home on the market for so long? Let's ask for a price reduction, because there's so much information out there. Buyers are more educated today than it was 10 years ago, okay? Now, let's take a look at this graph, and I think this graph is very important. So, if we take a look at the closings, right, from 2017, as you can see, we had a lot of closings by the month. But as you can see, this trough where it kind of goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Why? Because we know at the beginning of the year, towards the end of fourth quarter, you see how it slides down here on all these? Look, that's what it shows you, right? October, November, December, you have a decline. Now, once we start hitting January, February, March starts to peak off. As you can see, it all starts to climb. Here, it's starting to climb again, right? Look, we're coming back up. See this? We're going to see this trend go up, especially this year with the elections and everything that's going on, right? I think they're going to prop up the market, okay? And I think people are going to come right back into the marketplace, and we're going to see this hill climb again. That's right, okay? Now, let's take a look at the median price point. We talked about this. $445,000 for single-family residence. So this is a chart from the beginning of 2017, okay? As you can see, home prices starts to creep up, $300,000, okay? Now we hit the $400,000 by 2021. During the COVID era, look at this. It literally shot up to the $480,000, $85,000. Then we hit our peak. Excuse me. We hit our peak, and a lot of people were coming, hey, we're coming into a recession era, right? Look at this. COVID, look at this. Oh, my God. But the demand was there, folks. Why? Because of the migration patterns. And we'll get into that in a second. Okay? You got to look at everything. So as you can see, we're pretty stabilized from 22 all the way down to 2024 right here. I mean, this is going to be a stagnant market, which means I feel like it's going to gradually go up, but not like crazy. I'm thinking anywhere from 3 to 5% this year, based upon how things are going today. And I'm going to show you the numbers for today. It's unbelievable, okay? And remember, this is a report for January. So, number of listed homes, okay? So, as you can see, the inventory, this is what I talk about, the inventory, okay? Again, you see this trough here, another trough, another trough. This is your indicator that the market is slow around the December, January, February. The reason why, again, is because people, right, coming off the holidays, a lot of people are getting ready for their taxes because you got to pay taxes, right? Once tax season's over, they take that tax return money, and look at this, it goes up. Guys, real estate is just a trend. Look at this, okay? Now, as you can see, obviously, 2023, the number of units, right, listed, not too many. Why? Because of everybody that bought in 2018, 19, 20 with a low interest rate of 3.2%, whatever it is. They're not getting rid of those houses. I'm a part of that category. Why should I sell my house and get rid of a $900 payment and move into something bigger and pay like $5,600 a month. It just doesn't make sense. So you have to understand that you have a bunch of homes, right, that you have low interest rates. People are not going to give that up because it wasn't the house that you bought. It was actually cheap money that you borrowed to leverage out that house. So people are not going to get rid of that. So that is all gone unless something dramatically happens in their life that they have to sell. Then they will sell the house, right? Or if they're repositioning. Also, a number percentage of the United States of homeowners that own their home free and clear is just less than 45%. Keep that in mind too as well. I have a couple homes that I own free and clear. I don't think I'll ever sell it because it doesn't make any sense because I'm cash flowing, okay? Again, that's pushing down the supply chain. Now, this is just kind of like based upon here in Las Vegas, right? So we can't lump the whole United States based upon what I'm talking about. And these are just my theories, okay? Now let's take a look at the available units, right? Number of listings, then availability for units for offers. Look at this. Woo! This is just some crazy staggered numbers right here. Guys, there are just not too many that's going on right now. Look at this. From the prior year down, 35%. The previous month, 5.7%. Now, effective monthly of availability is 2.4% month supply. So let's just take a look at this. So number one, it is 3.2 prior to the month. Okay. So this is down prior to December. So we were short inventory, even worse than a supply chain of 2.4%. Okay. Now, year prior to that, 41%. Oh my gosh. So the less inventory we have, it's really pushing pricing up. It really is. Okay. But as you can see, again, look at the inventory here. 2021, 2022. Then we had a boost, like everybody's all paranoid during that COVID. Boom. And what happened? People started buying all these houses and you have this trough again. And look at the month supply. I mean, proof's in the pudding. Okay. Now let's go to days on the market, 30 days or less, because things are moving. And a lot of times when I have conversations with clients and they see, honestly, when they see a property that's like 60 days on the market, when I was selling properties, right, 2009, 2010, like 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, average days on the market for a home would be about 4 months. The average growth would be about 3%, okay? But if we take a look at this, okay, 52% of the homes that are selling is less than 30 days. I mean, look at this graph. I mean, this is just like unbelievable. Guys, things are selling. So I get calls all the time where, hey, I want a super discount. Yes, you can get some discounts, but depending on the location, depending on the home, right? It's all case-by-case basis. But things are moving very quickly, and this is what's happening to the point where we are competing. As you can see, this is going down again, and you're going to see this, right? Because remember, October, November, December, January, February, the supply line goes a little bit higher. Okay, days on the market may go a little bit higher because people are slowing down. But bam, you're going to see second, third quarter, it's just going to start to drop even lower as far as days on the market. You'll see what I'm talking about. Proof's in the pudding. Okay. So these are condos and townhomes and all that stuff. Now, I'm not going to go over the condos and the townhomes because I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. Oh, we got a lead calling in right now. I'm going to decline that, so I do apologize. Should have shut off my phone. But my point here is, give me a second here. Okay, so what I was trying to get to is if you guys want that information, you guys can actually visit chakits.com. Let me pull this up real quick here so that way you guys can see what's going on. Chakits. So that way I can show you where you get your guys' report, okay? Let me go back to the screen for you guys. So the report, so we got a couple of reports. So for the standing inventory list, you guys can get the standing inventory list here. But most importantly, the relocation guide. This is where you need to go, okay? So what I want you to do is just type up Chakits here, okay? And this relocation guide should come up. So with the relocation guide, right, you get three things. You get the current market report, excuse me, where I just did. You guys can have that report. It's for free. Not only that, what's included is the population growth, okay, employment, tourism, you get all this stuff. And also if you want that relocation guide, okay, if you're trying to find, you know, like shopping centers, hospitals, like the malls, it is all here, guys. This is all for free. I'm providing this information to you. There's no cost whatsoever, okay? Now, I want to go to the Las Vegas Visitors Authority, right? Okay. So as you can see here, I always look at this, and this is the perfect indicator. This is our economy because every single city, right, has a primary sector, okay? What is a primary sector? It is the main sector of your city where it brings in revenue. So here it's hospitality, right? So what that means is this is where people come, they spend or will spend their disposable income, okay? So as you can see, the latest numbers here, the last 12 months, 41 million people had visited Las Vegas, okay? Now, this is a pretty crazy number. So this is where they came, they gambled, spent their money. It's actually up 5.2% from the beginning of the year. However, believe it or not, this number is actually low. I've seen numbers all the way up to 43 million people visiting Las Vegas a year. And as you can see, the hotel, okay, occupancy, up 4%. Look at this, 83%. Weekly occupancies, 90%. These are all valid numbers that you guys got to take a look at. The average room expense, $200 a night, up 12.3%. That's inflation. So the reason why they can force this price to go up is because there's a lot of people moving out here and there's a lot of people visiting here, okay? But the crazy part is, let's come down to here. Gaming revenue. Gaming revenue is unbelievable. Gaming revenue, since I started tracking all this about 10 years ago, is typically about $10 billion in gaming revenue. Last year was $12 billion. Look at this, $13.5 billion, up 5.5%. Guys, I don't even know where people are getting this money, but look, a lot of people are making money nowadays, and the reason why they're making money is because of inflation. You need to take account of housing has to also do with inflation, okay? When you have more money in the supply chain and you have low inventory of products, goods, and services, people tend to spend more money, right? The manufacturers, the companies can't keep in demand. What do? They increase the price. Same thing with housing. That's what's going on here, guys. DMV registrations, look at this, up 2.7 million people here in Las Vegas. Unemployment rates, this is kind of a fascinating tracking here. You know what, let's go to the screen here. Here we go. So unemployment right now is at 5.4%. This is a little bit higher across the United States. However, not everybody wants to work at McDonald's or Taco Bell, okay? And a lot of these young cats now, they don't want to work for like $15 an hour, man. Because I understand, at $15 an hour, I mean, you can't live off of $15 an hour. I remember when I was like 17 and I was making like $18 an hour, I thought I was the shit. I thought I had a lot of money, which is, it allowed me to buy a car. But nowadays, I don't even know if you can even get a car, right? Making that kind of money. So, the feds, as you know, voted on January 31st to leave the Fed fund rate target rate unchanged from 5.2 to 5.5%. And a lot of you guys thought that the feds were going to drop the rates. Unfortunately, they didn't. However, doesn't mean they won't do it this year. I think what's going to happen is they're going to wait a little bit longer. Maybe not this time coming around, but maybe on the next one. They want to get closer to the election. Also, let me know in the comments below if you think the market is going to tank this year, because it seems like every year everybody's always speculating the market's going to tank, but it never does, which is kind of strange. Scary market. But like I said, I feel that we're going to have a stagnant market, which means that we'll increase slightly. Okay. We have buyers, but then buyers don't really know what to do, but home pricing will go up. Okay. Now, let's talk about today, what's going on, because we can't really focus on the past, right? We can always use the past as a chart. You know, we can kind of see the trend of what's going on, but most importantly, what's happening today. So for single-family residents, detached homes, today, if you were planning on purchasing a home, there's only 3,759 homes to pick and choose from. There's not that much, folks. Not at all. Okay. I see a lot of comments on here. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to go over some of these comments too as well. Okay. So the median price point for a home, remember, it was at $445. Today, if you're going to buy a home, $455,000. Now, here's the interesting part. The square footage now is 1,977 square feet. We're about to peg 2,000 square feet. Average days on the market, 31 days. The barometer you're going to use is price per square foot. When you shop for a home, if you're shopping based upon value, here is at $252 a square feet. Not bad. Okay. Now, condos. The median price point for a condo right now across the board. Oh, excuse me. It's $260,000. Average days on the market, 35 days. The price per square foot, $236 a square foot. You get 1,100 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Townhouses. Now, townhouses right now is at $305,000 at $216 a square foot. Average days on the market, 32 days. You get roughly about 1,400 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. So what this tells me is that at $260,000 for a condo, you don't get a 2-car garage that's attached. People are actually moving and spending more money, $43,000 more or $45,000 more to get a townhouse. But they may not purchase a single-family residence at $445,000, and the reason why is because the monthly payment, because interest rates are high, and everybody knows that you pretty much your house is based upon what you can afford, right? 32 days on the market, like I said, $216 a square foot. That's actually a good price right now. So if I had to pick, and I wanted to be conservative with my money, I'd probably end up getting a townhouse. High rises here. High rises don't move too often, 53 days on the market, which is still a good amount of days. I mean, that's pretty good, actually. You're paying $294 a square foot. The median price point right now is $325,000. However, the median list price is $350,000. So people are actually negotiating high rises because, like I said, high rises is such a small niche market, and the lifestyle is completely different. So that's a lifestyle you just have to want, right? There's not that many buyers. So on your safe play right now, townhomes, and single family residence. Okay. That's where I would be. Somebody says, Mike, can you give me a shout out? Oh, we're asking me if I can give you a shout out. Hell yeah, I'll give you a shout out, Mike. Hey, man, I appreciate you, Mike. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to this channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Would you sell a property if it didn't cash flow and finance wouldn't quite help with the current rate? Yes, I mean, that's obvious. I mean, here's the thing. Depending on how much you have tied up, right, into the property. Like, let's just say if you're only cash flowing like $100 a month, sometimes it just doesn't make sense because that's only $1,200 that you're making a year. And as soon as your tenant vacates the property, you just lost. And imagine if you had, you know, $40,000 into the deal. You literally just tied up $40,000 and you didn't leverage out your money. The only way you would get your money back is to sit tight and hope to bank on the increase of equity. But we know that property's gone up 4.5% last year. So if it goes up 4.5% this year, hypothetically, right? So let's just say 4.5% of $100,000, it's $4,500. So the question is it even worth it? But then you still got to pay for all these fees, closing costs. The answer is probably no. Okay, because you could probably take $40,000 and leverage it and make more money elsewhere. That's the problem when you buy these properties. You can't speculate. You make your money on negotiating the deal up front. Okay, and I think that's very important that people need to know this. Now, Vera says also, how does one look so fly as you? Man, thanks, man. I appreciate you. That's at work, baby. Vera, he's my dude right here, man. Somebody says here, I sold my house in Sky Canyon in 12.4. I had a 2.5% VA, bought it in 21 for $450,000 and sold it for $550,000. Woodside division. Actually, I like Woodside Homes. With Woodside Homes, I can tell you the product and materials that they're using now, dude, they're stepping up their game. Insulation foam, spray and foam. I love that stuff, bro. That's crazy. Bought in Georgia in 12/5/23 for $365 at 6.25% VA. Same payment, same house, dude. That's crazy. And there's a lot of programs right now, especially for like VA buyers. And I am working with a builder right now with FHA financing. And with FHA financing, you have to put down 3.5%. But what happens if I told you I could actually help you get that 3.5% from the builder where you don't have to pay that up front? That's right. That's crazy, right? And we can negotiate your closing costs. I'm working on a couple deals like that. Once that's done, we're definitely doing a testimonial. So if you want to be a part of that, a first-time home buyer, the only thing is that you're going to be limited to the builder, okay? If you guys want more information, I want you to reach on out to me directly. Did you ever finish high school? Duh. You have no idea how inflation works and money. Okay. Well, you know what? That's your own opinion. I can respect that. Okay. All right, what else do we have here? Some of these townhomes with the HOAs end up the same as the detached townhomes. Some of these townhomes with HOAs end up the same as detached. Well, that's true in a sense, but also you're saving about $100,000, so it kind of washes it out, right? So let's just say you bought a $450,000 home, but then if your HOA is the same, you may not make that debt to income ratio because that's something that lenders actually factor in. Okay, and what happens is now, you know, you're only approved for so much based upon your debt to income ratio, and now the next best thing is a townhome. Somebody says you're doing the Lord's work, the realest in the business. You know what? I do appreciate that. Really do. Now, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. And if you guys have any questions regarding the Las Vegas housing market I mean, give me a call. We can do a consultation over the phone, online, video chat, however you guys want to do it. Other than that, until next time, guys, I wish you guys nothing but the best. Oh, so real quick, I will be getting back to the video home tours where I'm doing it personally, because some of you guys don't like it where I'm doing the collaborations with the agents. The reason why I bring the agents on board is because I'm trying to help that agent. And also, if you wanted to buy that home, obviously I would represent you on that deal. Okay, so that's the only reason why I'm doing it. Okay. And, you know, this is such a small community. We should be helping everybody out, right? Also, if you're an agent out here in Las Vegas and you would like to be featured on this show, please reach on out to us through Instagram. And York will reach on out to you, reply back, and we'll get you on the show. Other than that, I wish you guys nothing